I am not feeling creatively fertile today. And that is an issue because YouTube is a creative job. And I've coined this whole YouTube channel on being expressive and choosing to be expressive. So I'm going to start off today with Rick Rubin, The Creative Act, a Way of Being, because the creative process is cultivated. And if I plan on doing this as full-time work one day, I should treat it as such. The work reveals itself as you go. That's it today. So here's what's on the menu today. I have exactly 3 clients, and then I would love to go to the plant store because my weekend is starting, and I'd just love to pick some things up so that I can garden, and I'm gonna get my nails done. That is pretty much it. So the work reveals itself as you go, which means I should get to work. Speaking of which, I'm late. Once again, it is a beautiful day. I'm starting to get comments on my videos, and I really love it. Even if I just get 1 comment on my video, it is so heartwarming when somebody gets helped. I was a little bit nervous to post videos about depression, etc. Before I posted it, honestly, it was super cringe to me. I've never cried on camera and just been that vulnerable before. Yeah, it turns out that video actually was helpful for somebody, and that kind of made it all worth it. There was another commenter who asked me, is it awkward to film in public? I have a couple of answers for that one. Firstly, if I was recording on my phone, yes, because already my hair is pretty neon and I look quite self-absorbed talking into a camera to begin with. So there's a lot of assumptions that can be made about me. I just basically have to not give a shit. So when I'm engaging with that voice, I have to think to myself, am I going to let this stop me? Is this going to be an obstacle? Because there have been whole days where I have walked away with absolutely 0 footage, and I've had lots of regret. And as you can see, I'm walking past people, and the reality is, people don't actually care as much as you care in your own head. At the end of the day, I have to spend 24 hours inside of my own head, let alone all of a sudden making other people's what's in their head my business. It's a waste of time. Look at how pretty it is today. So it's been raining for the past 2 days in Vancouver. It's been a little depressing, but we need it because forest fires are already starting. But when the sun comes back out, it literally turns back to paradise. Everybody's depression seems to go away. There have probably been, at this point, countless people who have been staring at me talking into a camera. I'm just going to assume that they're curious, and any other mental narratives that I have about myself are probably just my fears and insecurities coming out. That's another thing. How many times in my life have I allowed what other people thought to affect how I make my decisions? It's held me back from so much. It's just caused me to waste so much time. If I let that now stop me from moving towards my goals, it would just be such a shame. And on that same train of thought, if I really cared what people thought, I wouldn't have neon hair. I may or may not always have this forever. However, it is right now. Sometimes, yeah, I'll walk around the city and think to myself, I don't want to be seen, and I'll put a hat on. I probably will do that later today. But for the most part, being perceived by other human beings is just being part of a society. I actually saw a guy the other day who was just talking into a camera like this. Pretty sure he was Russian or something. When I walked past him, all I could think as another creator was good for you. I could tell when I walked past him though, he kind of got in his head about his flow, which I can totally relate with.
She's coming. Oh, she's coming. Like that. But I want you to walk down. Of course, like that. Because they're mom. And I feel and yeah.
this is actually something I have to get around to doing. Is I need new straps for the Zape brand, so I'm going to go to Roundable Island to do that. Did you say your husband's still sleeping?
No,
No.
he's gone fishing.
Yeah, he's not fishing. Oh wow, good for him. It's interesting creating on days where you don't feel like it. I think that this is when the reality hits of like, okay, I'm choosing to move out of hairstyling and hopefully down into, not hopefully, definitely into YouTube full time one day. When it's really early stages like right now, it definitely feels like, okay, you're still trying to figure out what the audience wants in the stories that you're telling and what you're sharing, using that information and that feedback to create and grow an audience, deliver value, whether that's like a solution or entertainment or like bringing somebody along for the ride or helping somebody to not feel alone. So talking into a camera at work when I first started doing it was super awkward because in a salon like this, normally everybody is used to hairstylists and nail technicians taking photos of hair and like doing all of that. So there is an element already of normalized social media creation, content creation. However, the one thing that still feels weird is being the only person in the work environment talking into a camera. I definitely like to imagine myself like watching myself from a third person's perspective, and it literally is just me talking into a freaking camera right now. Even though in this video, when you watch this back, it feels like I'm talking to you, because that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to an audience. So that's weird. That is super, super, super weird. Another part of getting used to talking to a camera and recording in public is suddenly deciding in front of your peer group that you're gonna behave differently, that you're gonna do something totally different. And now all of a sudden you're that person who people have historically known as being this way, now is suddenly starting a YouTube channel where now I'm just gonna be talking into a camera now. I also think that's part of developing my own personal creative process is what about the days that you don't feel like creating? How do you cultivate the feeling of creating when you're feeling uninspired or you're feeling sad or you're feeling like you just don't want to freaking do it today? The day was kind of like uneventful, and it's the official beginning of my weekend. And in about 2 hours, I'm going to go and get my nails done. But I figure during that time, I have some time to get some plants.
Yeah. Oh, so your content creators is not just only hairstylists, not just haircuts.
Not just hair, no.
Oh.
No.
I see.
So my content is me
Yeah.
solving the problem
Great.
of going from hairstyling to becoming a YouTuber. That's my content.
How long have you been doing for haircut?
I've been doing it for 18 years.
18 years now.
Yeah.
18 years. But you don't wait. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you mind if I ask like how old are you?
I'm 36.
You 36?
Yeah, I started when I was 18.
No. Fuck.
Yeah.
You 36?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you. Sometimes it's
Oh, thank you. But if I did go to China, I want to go to Chongqing.
Chongqing.
Yeah, because all over TikTok, it's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes, all of the. Yes, yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Chongqing is the most of the content creators over there,
Yeah.
and then they have you seen any like the architectures or buildings or the structure, the food structure?
Yes.
and all
Oh
kind
my
of
god, it's
stuff?
so insane. It's like a city from the future. It's so crazy.
It's sort of like a cyber city, right?
It's like cyber future city. It's like if you grew up watching anime, Chongqing is your childhood dream in real life.
You watch Demon Slayer.
Which one?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, yes.
Oh, I love Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Thank you
No worries.
so much.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank
And
you, you
plan to
too.
create it much more.
And hopefully I run into you again. Bye. So I'm going to the perennials section, which I just learned what perennials are. They are annual plants, meaning they are alive all year round and you don't got to replant them. And I'm looking for evergreen plants, which is plants that pretty much stay green all year round. I actually love these ones. I ended up getting a couple and planting them in the planters, and I realized that I could do more, so I'm gonna get a couple more of these. So I'm obsessed with Viney, so I think I'm gonna get actually some more English ivy. And I think I'm gonna get 4 of these English lavenders. So yeah, I think that's it. That's a good haul for today. That's literally 8 plants. I have now officially planted all these planters, and like, look at those. So I actually ended up installing lights as well, but you can't really see them because they're not turned on right now, but they're solar powered. So all of these just turn on at light because they've been charging all day in the sun. So I got some really big lavenders so that I can plant them. So you can kind of see here, I got some of these lavenders, these little cute lavenders, and you can see these are actually succulents. So actually in the wintertime, these don't die. And these ivies actually weren't even this big, but it's been raining for the past 2 days, and like, look at how much they're growing. These lavenders, I kind of wish you could smell it. So these are going to bring butterflies into the garden, and I'm so excited to have butterflies and bees buzzing everywhere. Off to get my nails done, but I actually have to change out of this outfit because this morning it was cloudy, it was raining, and it was okay to look like I was in the Matrix, but now that it's sunny out, I just look like a freaking goth. So much better, so much more summery. I've started to get energy as soon as I started connecting with people. I was coming out of the salon. So when I was going to the plant store and coming out of the salon, this is the perfect example. I ran into this really cute guy, to be honest. And he was outside of the salon recording something on his phone, like setting up a tripod. And I remember like looking over and thinking, oh, he's cute. And also he's a videographer. What the frig? I went over and I was just like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, hi, your hair is really pretty. What I really wanted to say was, you're pretty, except I didn't. And exchanging socials, it turns out that he knows a bunch of like my friends, so we have like a lot of connections, but that definitely gave me energy. I had to say bye and then hop into the Uber, and it was during the Uber where we started talking about Demon Slayer and just connecting on things. It made me just feel creative and alive. Chocolate. Oh my god, I haven't had one of these in so long. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Use the voice too?
That's it. Well. You can hear people. I imagine they are singing and celebrating FIFA. I don't know if you can hear it. And check out those lights. So believe it or not, those are actually charging from solar power from the sun, and then they just turn on automatically. And I'm thinking about getting some like fairy lights to drape around the railing, and I'm gonna get some more towering plants, and I just want this to become like a whole garden. And I really do not want any plants that I have to like move inside. I just want plants that can just stay out here forever, so that in the wintertime I can also just come out here and just write and just meditate and just hang out with like a heated blanket and have like a hot warm drink. Yes. I'm going to recap today's quote, and it is, "The work reveals itself as you go." And I thought today, when I woke up and I didn't feel like creating at all, oh no, I'm a fraud. I cannot create today, which means I can't make a YouTube channel. I can't make a YouTube video. How am I going to ever make this a full-time transition, a full-time job, or something that can consistently deliver messaging, a feeling, or value to an audience where they are felt, seen, and heard, and I'm building community? How the am I gonna do that if I don't feel like creating today? And the story today is, some days you're just not gonna feel like creating, and so you need to document your life anyway. Documenting a day where I didn't feel creative and I was just expressing that into a camera, now compiled together in a sequence, it turns out there's a story. The story is, this is just the day where I didn't feel creative. And that's called range. And I'm quite sure that that's probably relatable for people who are trying to tap into creativity. And I never would have thought that if I sequenced together a day where I felt like there was no story, that would end up being the story. So it works. So for anyone trying to tap into their creativity, document the process. When you're in your life and it's happening, you can't really stand outside of it and observe the story of it. And then when you suddenly observe your life from a third person perspective, all of a sudden, there's a story. And that's something I've been learning this whole journey. I don't think my life is that exciting. I don't think that I have anything really valuable to say. I didn't think that anybody would want to watch somebody who is just living a pretty normal life. I felt like expressing myself into the void might be pointless. And all of those beliefs that I previously held have been challenged. I ended up proving myself completely wrong just by simply trying and documenting the process. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend. If you managed to watch till the end, damn, thank you. Again, I want to thank you to all of the subscribers and everybody who's commenting, because it really motivates me to keep making these videos and keep sharing my experience so that it helps other people not feel so alone in theirs. And hopefully we can grow this community of creators who are documenting the process of their lives so that we can all just hang out in doing the thing. Anyways, I am done talking. I am so exhausted. And with that, remember to choose, remember to express yourself, and I will see you in the next letter.